Warrior video came out, right?
Ah, shit, here she goes. She about to bring this shit up. Damn.
Jackie had at their house. What the are you talking about? In 2021. My.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, you had at your house. Yes, she did. The ex before this, before you were friends? No, I did not. Just asking if you had her at your house. No. Admit that if it's true, because I'm sure there's proof. Yeah. I met with her.
What? You what?
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today, we're gonna be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey season finale. We have finally made it. I think I said this last year that we finally made it to the season finale. This shit is draining and toxic, and I see why they're going to be put on pause until 2025, because at this point, it's too much. The storyline for me has run stale, right? At the end of the episode, I'm going to let you guys know who I prefer to come back personally. I said it before, but I think it has kind of switched now. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
The episode opens up, and it's opens up at Margaret's house with Jen Fessler. Dolores comes over later on. Hold up, because it's hours before. Well, it's like minutes after. Margaret sent the funeral flowers. So she's telling Fessler, she's like, girl,
I sent the funeral flowers to Teresa and her attorney, since they want to do these little gang meetings. They want to go and talk about me without me being there, do these private meetings to talk about me and dig up dirt on me. This is what I just did. I sent them a kind gift. Something that's really good for them.
And my whole thing is this: yes, Margaret, you could be upset that the girls are over here kikiing and talking shit about you behind your back and doing like these little meetings, but you did one too. Right?
Hold a summit, a burn summit. Teresa has brought up the summit you had before New York. That wasn't a summit. That's called doing a reunion review.
And I just hate the fact that, and this is the one thing about New Jersey I don't like. For me, just call it like it is. Call a spade, and make it plain. Don't be like, oh, well, we just had a meeting for a reunion review. No, it was a Louis takedown. Bitch, you want to come for me because we know you're going to have a private eye over here digging up dirt on us? Bitch, I'm about to come for you. Guns blazed. Cool. Just say that. Don't be like, oh, well, it's just a reunion review. Bitch, what do y'all need to review? And then production, y'all should have stepped in and be like, oh, y'all review what? Y'all ain't reviewing shit at all. Y'all come as separate Solo Fidello. So I feel like production really need to figure that out, of why the girls are over here trying to get up and gang up and trying to, concoct all this stuff before the reunions. And to be honest, the girls might actually do that in all the other franchises, but to each his own. So Dolores comes in, and Margaret's just like, hey Dolores, how you doing, baby? And then she basically talk about like, I just don't like the fact that people are meeting up and all this stuff. And Dolores is just like, look, I understand that you don't like it, but you did it too, like I just said. And then she was like, thanks for not inviting me. And Margaret's just like, I did invite you. I told you to come. You didn't come. Like I already talked about. So Dolores, I don't know if Dolores woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know if Dolores stubbed her toe. I don't know if she have a migraine. She's just irritated right now. But baby, that snap was hard, because she said,
you didn't tell me that you did the reunion review. You never said that. You're such a lion. Come.
Told you to come. I never, you lying. Why you never said that to me? Are you calling me lying?
She called her a lie and see you next Tuesday. And I was just like, and Margaret was just like dumbfounded, because it was kind of hard. Like, just call me a lie and see you next Tuesday. Like, girl. Okay, but she's like, I did tell you. And then like they go back and forth for a while. Dolores is standing up, that mouth starts quivering. Like, I'm just like, Dolores look like she on go mode. She on demon time. She look like she's about to over here bing bomb you upside of your skull. Margaret, you might as well shut up. But Margaret didn't back down. I give her that, right? So they calm down. She's just like, girl, I'm sorry. That's not my intention. But don't sit up here and say that you told me something when I know for a fact you didn't say that.
Really hard time with this right now. It's not that serious. I'm not letting you say it. You never had that conversation with me.
But what I did notice is, I think it's a game of semantics, because Dolores did say that she had a call and said that, oh, it wasn't like a reunion review. It was something else that they're all meeting up. So I feel like Dolores, she did tell you that they're all meeting up, but you probably didn't know the parameters and the circumstances that it was going to be. But I feel like she did tell you that they were meeting up, right? But Dolores is saying that she didn't tell her, she didn't get no invite. My whole thing is like, regardless of the invite, would you have gone if it was going to be about Teresa and Louis? But Dolores said in her confessional, she said, you know what, this made me realize that, you know, Margaret could, you know, how far Margaret would go after me. And this will make me realize that, you know, what she would do. So Danielle, Rachel, and Melissa, they all meet up, right? And, you know, Rachel's house is gorgeous. They all meet up. It's really cute. I still want to, because I saw people put in the comments like, oh, John Fuda, he is a carpenter, or he is he own parking lots. Like, I don't know what he does for them to have this grand house. However, congrats to them. I think they come for money, I believe. They come for money, but he was over here selling drugs. To which is no.
We're all sitting around. Gia was also there. That's weird. There's gotta have the backup. What they were trying to tell us was they have evidence.
They talk about the whole Teresa thing. And they're like, Danielle's like, you know, we all met at Teresa's house. And, you know, Teresa's basically telling us all the stuff that Margaret was doing. And, you know, she was like, Gia was there. And you hear Melissa, she's like, oh, that's weird. She needs to back up. My whole thing was like, Gia was really mute for the whole time, so it wasn't like she needed backup. She was just there, I guess. And anyways, it's her daughter. Like, if it was my child and my child was like old enough and they're grown, they're like over here living their adulthood and they want to be, they're like at the house, we talk about grown up stuff. Later on, it's not like me and my mom, and my mom's kicking with her friends, I'm right there. And who gonna tell me not to? Because they was like, okay, auntie, choose your words wisely, because you already know one thing about my mother. Not only am I gonna go up for my mother, but my mother will do her big one for me. So I'm just letting you know, and I think that's how it is with Teresa, but to each his own. So they're all trying to figure out this whole thing. Dolores is putting together this last supper. She's like, we all need to go here, say our final woes, get it all out in the air, and be done with it. And it really is symbolic that, you know, this whole episode, like, we see the flashbacks, we see all this encompassing of this season and why. And this final episode showed us, I feel like for me personally, showed me why this needs to be damn near everybody's last season. Unfortunately, you cannot have a show about a friend group when the friends don't fuck with each other like this. Okay? Because it's not genuine, it's not real. And like I said, they get into a room, you got people trying to hit people, you got people over here talking about people's husbands, kids. It's just disgusting, to be honest. And then to prep for all this stuff going on, we see Melissa talk to Joe.
Danielle, but like she starts talking about like your sister. She said she looks terrible.
No, I want you to handle it that way.
Okay, well that's it.
She's like, look, Joe, what you want me to do? Basically, she's just like, look, you know, I know you and your sister don't fuck with each other, like all this stuff going on. What do you want me to be on go mode, or you want me to be like kumbaya and copacetic? He's just like, do what you got to do, like do your big one. And she's just like, cool, you ain't gonna tell me nothing else. So then we see Teresa, and this part really had me like gagging, because Teresa's just like, yeah, you know, I'm going in, I'm not trying to be cool with nobody, I'm just trying to say what I gotta say. I really don't got nothing to say to Margaret. And Louis, it's just a bad look for him to sit here like, you owe Margaret nothing, and I wish the worst for her family, and I wish the worst for her son.
I hope Margaret and her family suffer. You know, I hope her son suffers. She's not even worth you just sitting in front of her Teresa.
Stuff like that, I'm just like, for that to come out your mouth on camera, I can only fucking imagine what comes out your mouth off the show. And the thing about it is that, let's say Louis was such a great guy, oh my God, this persona that you have is just not a good look. And for you to wish harm or, you know, misfortune on someone else's family, like, that's crazy as fuck. I would never fix my mouth to ever say something about that. Even my worst enemy, bitch.
I might want to beat your ass.
What Louis was saying, like, I just don't. You know, I just don't. So it's time. The Last Supper. Dolores. She's staring off in the distance, giving real mob wife, right? So she's trying to figure out, okay, all the ladies are coming. And mind you, I thought Dolores was singularly the one that planned this. No, she planned this with Jen Fessler. Jen Fessler is like the mediator, right? So they're both up, all the ladies walking in one by one. Teresa was the last one to get there. So they're all standing up, and she just like, okay, Jen Fessler and Dolores like, this is what we're gonna do. This is why we're doing this. We want to let you guys get everything out, say what you have to say, and we'll be done. So they start off this whole conversation with Danielle and Jennifer. Bitch, they should have left them for last, because I don't think those two, who literally have a physical altercation 6 episodes ago, should be the first two that want to talk.
Are you starting the dinner off with negativity?
But to each his own. They start off, and mind you, like I said before, Jennifer is the primary person at fault within the downfall and dissolution of their friendship. Period. Full stop.
People like, I feel so sorry for you. You want my life. I get it. You get to my house, this is what I want. Oh my God, I want nothing that you have.
Because Jennifer, you brought another girl onto the show to try to facilitate your, claims against Danielle. You dug us up on her. You talked about her event. You talked about she ain't got no money. Talk about that she's stealing money. And then you expect her to just be cool. So, like I said, I don't condone the fact that Danielle bopped her and smashed a plastic glass or a plastic cup or a plastic whatever, flute, I don't know, against the girl neck.
I don't condone that.
However, I just feel like Jennifer she knows what to say to get under Danielle's skin. And Danielle, instead of you really being cool, calm, you let her, and I'll tell this to everybody, never let nobody know what gets under your skin, because they're going to always use that to get under your skin, right? And they going back and forth. And Danielle, look, at the end of the day, you dug up stuff on me, you did all this stuff on me, you're just a horrible person, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Jennifer's just like, you're jealous of me. That's it. You're jealous of me. You're jealous of my life. You're jealous of the fact that you don't have the funds to do what you have to do, because you look at my life, you're just like, oh, she can buy this. She can buy the Ferraris. She can buy the houses. You can't buy shit.
You couldn't even touch what I have with a 10-foot pole. You're so that's irrelevant. Okay, why don't we move on?
You could barely buy the fashion that you have. Like, she was just going on and on and on and on. But what really tipped it off was when she said, like, your husband, he's the woman. Like, he has the man boobs. You're the brawn. Baby, that set Miss Girl off. She jumped across that table to grab her. I said, Danielle ain't one of them.
My husband is waiting for me at the door. Your husband with the boobs, and you got the brawn, honey. Oh my God!
I don't know what makes y'all think that Danielle is not about to slap the shit out of somebody. I don't got no violence. But Baby was not playing with Jennifer. And Jennifer, she just like, after the whole thing, she tried to act like she was not scared. She was just like, oh yeah, bring her in. I'm not scared. You jumped back real quick when Baby Girl wanted to swing. Now, don't be wrong. I don't think anybody's just going to sit there just like freaking fist come to your face. You're just going to sit there. But for Teresa to get her ass up out her chair, mind you, everybody's about to get this. But for Teresa to get her Ozempic ass out that fucking chair and said, girl, no violence. Oh my God, no violence. What are you doing? I actually had to agree with, Bimbo Melissa. Like, girl, they learned from the best. Did you not just flip a plate at Margaret damn near the year before?
Why did now you're the queen of this? You. Come on! You animal! They learn from the best, white trash.
Like, girl, you've been flipping tables, you've been throwing stuff, but now, like I said, Bravo want to have this code of conduct. Like, oh my God, we're not fighting. We're not fighting. Girl, she walks off. She's over here in tears. So everybody's trying to comfort her, and Dolores is in the bathroom like, girl, you need to shake it up, girl. Like, calm down. Like, don't let her get you under your skin. When you come back out here, wipe them tears, suck it the fuck up, and put your poker face on and do what you gotta do. So when Danielle's trying to walk to the bathroom, Teresa stopped her like, look, we need to stop do this violence. I get it. And Danielle's just like, look, Teresa, not right now. I get what you're saying, but not right now. Basically trying to tell her, like, girl, she's talking about my husband. So Teresa's just like, well, Mark did the same thing about me.
Teresa, knock the time. I'm talking to her right now. So just let her be hurt for a second. Look what Margaret's been doing. It's not about you right now. I'm just saying.
And like Danielle said, girl, this ain't about you. We know what the fuck she did. You had a whole motherfucking Ponderosa to over here try to roast this bitch and say that she was over here the wicked witch of everything. My whole thing is with Teresa is just like the girl is obsessed with, she wants to be the center of attention. She wants to be that one person. Like, girl, you see this girl is over here in tears crying, but you're like, well, Margaret did this to me. Girl, use some type of common sense, please, and decorum. So everybody sit back down, and you know, Teresa and Margaret basically start going at it. Margaret basically said, like, if anybody has anything to say to me, go ahead, I will gladly listen. Teresa's like, girl, I have nothing really to say to you. At the end of the day, you already know what you did what you did, and it was what it was. And Margaret's like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do, baby? She was just like, girl, you over here talking to the ex. It was you. It was you.
No, you're lying. You're lying. I'm not. I proved you wrong. No, you didn't prove me wrong. Yes, I did. She got subpoenaed in 2021. It doesn't matter.
And Teresa is so hell-bent because she feel like she has some type of proof. And Margaret's telling her, like, I didn't talk to the ex until 2001. Mind you, when she was talking to Dolores earlier in the day, she told Dolores, I didn't talk to the ex until up until the reunion or something like that. And Dolores is just like, okay, your story is now conflicting. Now what is really going on? Because now it looks like you're a motherfucking liar, right? So Teresa is so hell-bent on the fact that Margaret was the one that talked to the ex. Margaret brought her around. Margaret is the one that spread all this stuff out. My whole thing is this. Margaret might have brought the shit out to the universe, but your husband still did it.
And tell me what you think of this. I have the timeline. I have the timeline. You're a liar. Good. Teresa, you have the facts on your side. So what is she going to say? What could she possibly say?
Right? And everybody's like, oh, this person came to me. This person came to me. This person, oh, he did da 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 da. Regardless of what anybody say, we can see the man's character on the show. It might be great to Teresa, but it seems like there is something amiss, right? So Teresa's trying to, you know, defend that point. Like, you're the one that did it. You're the one that did it. Margaret's telling her, like, I wasn't the one that did it, but I know who did it. Now, Jennifer is like, Teresa, let's just let her explain it. You know, let her get it out. And I'm just like, okay, Jennifer, you over here act like you know something.
You, right? No. Teresa, maybe she's going to say something relevant.
Right? She's like, let her get it out, Teresa. Just let her get it out. Like, what do you want to get out? You act like you know something. Yeah. Margaret basically says, how would you feel if we invited Lucy's ex to our house? How would you feel? Jackie invited her to her house.
Jackie had at their house. What the f*** are you talking about? In 2021. Mind.
So Jackie's like,
are you crazy?
I never did that, Teresa. I never did that.
So Jackie and them, they're going back and forth just over here, just like, girl, shut up, you shut up. And Melissa's just like, oh my God. She's like, girl, you hush, and all this stuff. Everybody's over here gagging, doing all this shit. So after, I'll probably say about 5 minutes of Jackie over, he's like, I never did that. I never did that.
Friends? No, did they obviously? No, she's just asking if you've had her at your house. No. Admit that if it's true, because I'm sure there's proof. Yeah.
So Melissa's just saying, like Jackie, I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, like what's really going on? Because obviously we're not bringing this up. We don't have proof. So Jackie's just like,
should I tell her what I did? I don't want Teresa to try to beat my ass right now. I'm scared. I'm real scared. Oh, I'm scared, girl.
Teresa, yeah, I invited her to my house. I invited her to my house. I did.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
I said,
now, Jackie,
you did all that shit, and now you want to be like, I invited her to the house. Now, Jackie, you look like one of the biggest embarrassment on this show. I felt so bad for her because I'm just like, girl, you look crazy. For you to be profusely saying that you didn't do something and then was the one that did it, or you should have gone ahead and packed your things up, get your pocketbook, take your bib off and put it on the plate and got your ass up and walk the fuck out. Because best believe, if they do have the cash for boot, you were the first one on the chopping block. You gotta go. Girl, embarrassment, crazy, liar. Okay.
But you know what? I'm glad that you know, because I was always nervous that you were going to find out. And I realized quickly, shut the up. Everything that came out was from her. Shut up.
So it's basically telling everybody, like, Jennifer Aiden, like, okay, Teresa, how do you feel about that? And Teresa's just like, look, I understand it. I'm cool. Whatever. And they're like, you're cool with that? You're cool with that? I understand where Teresa's coming from in this moment, because it's just like, yes, her and Jackie was over here going for blood. Period. And Jackie could have explained this in that moment. But it's like, yeah, they were going for blood. I don't like you. You don't like me. You're going to use whatever you can to try to, you know, take me down. You were coming for my husband. I'm coming for yours. It made sense. But Jackie, for you to lie was crazy. So they're always talking about, you know, they're coming for my husband, da da da. So Rachel pipes up and was addressing Teresa. Rachel's just like, you don't think that, like, what they're saying about your husband is true? And she was like, girl, you talked about my husband too. Like, look at your husband. Your husband have all this stuff too.
Is that forthcoming about his past now? It's not your place to talk about my husband.
So Rachel's just like,
First of all, don't you dare talk about my husband.
and she was like, girl, you brought up mine first. She said, you freaking bubble hot dog lips keep my motherfucking husband out your mouth. I'm just like, Rachel, it's really not giving all that, but girl, I get it. It's the last episode. Do your big one. Cool. Dolores is just sitting there, just, you could just see the look on her face is disgust. Mind you, I didn't bring this up because I didn't think it should have been brought up, but Jen Fessler, after Nia almost grabbed Jennifer from across the table, Jen Fessler, she put her pumps on, she grabbed her purse, and she was up the street. She said she gotta go. She said this is toxicity and this is ghetto.
My world, either you smash glass or you break bread. They don't really go together, right? Lunch is over. I'll take the mozzarella to go.
I got shit to lose. Goodbye. But yeah, like after that, the girls really just wrapped it up. Melissa and Teresa, they go at it, calling each other like, oh yeah, you try to go after my husband, mocking each other, calling each other whores and sluts, and you know, and it's just, like I said, the girls don't like each other. Dolores is just sitting there just like, girl, I'm over it. It's done. The girls get up, they leave, and they realize that, you know, there's no coming back from this. And I want to sum this up where I would want to say, like, the finale, I thought it was decent. I definitely enjoyed the, you know, the back and forth, but I don't think there was, were there any cast trips? No cast trips this year. It was just Jersey Shore, which they always do. I think the only people that probably should come back was Dolores, Danielle, and Rachel. I feel like they still have stories that are evolving, like Danielle, her, and like, you know, trying to get closer to her father and stuff. Rachel, you know, her daughter is, I think she had like the little, the part with her lip is the inside had that snip, and they're trying to have her speech get better. There's a lot of things going on with these, you know, characters. Danielle, I think she might be at risk because I feel like now she might be deemed a liability, because the first time you can get a pass for the first time, he anger, all this stuff, but the second time it's just like, you should have really been more precautious of your emotions. And if you knew that Jennifer had you riled up, you should have just sat there, took a deep breath, got up, went to the bathroom, and did what you had to do in the bathroom. Cry, scream, yell. But you let Jennifer know that she got under your skin, right? And that's the only reason I feel like Danielle might not come back. I would love her to come back. I think she's a great character on the show. Funny, witty. Her confessionals have been cute. But she might be deemed a liability. Rachel, I'm not really a big fan of Rachel, but I do feel like she did what she needed to do this season to stand out, you know, say what she had to say. I do feel like there's a time that she's just seems so, what's the word, desperate. And that's the only thing about Rachel I don't like. She just seemed too desperate, right? And for her to be so young, she does not have a young vibe about her. She seems like she's like, what, 32? Like, girl, you seem like an old maid. No shade. Dolores, I just want Dolores to continue being the hot girl, and at some point I want Dolores to really come into being the leader of the pack, because they can really make Dolores the leader of the pack, the Karen Huger of the group, really. So we'll see what happens, because Dolores still like to get down. Okay, but y'all, let me know what you guys think. This season was very much toxic. We need to cleanse, wipe it out. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This sour candy all I really ask you for.